This is part 1 on making Chloe's outfit from Bratz Fashion Pixiez. I started off by freehand drawing the butterfly pattern onto a black t-shirt that I already owned. Once happy with the design, I just started to paint it in with normal acrylic paint. I would highly recommend using fabric paint though if you don't want it to crack. However, because I was on a budget, I just decided to use acrylic paint. I'd highly recommend printing out some reference photos so you can keep checking the original. Fun fact, the pink that I'm actually applying now was so bad to cover that I ended up having to spend days just going over and over and over again on the pink. To neaten up the project, what I did was I got a black Posca paint pen and just went round all the outlines just to make sure it was all neat and tidy again. One of the best stages, if you ask me, is adding the glitter. I was very impatient when I came to put this on, so I decided to use rhinestone glue because I thought it would stick. Do not use rhinestone glue, it does not work. I would much prefer to use E6000 in the future, which is what I did. I ended up having to rip off all the glitter that you can see me putting on now, which is such a shame because it looked stunning. But yeah, highly recommend using E6000, and if you are going to use it, make sure that you use a ventilator and a well ventilated space too, because it is not nice stuff. And here is what it looks like after I had to rip all the glitter off and restart it. Also a sneak peek to the Cynthia wig that I am being commissioned to do in the background there. Fun fact, we ordered purple glitter 3 times and every time it came wrong. And onto the sleeves, I used a pattern that I already owned and cut that out and then just sewn that together. After I've sewn the hems, I sew it together inside out and then flip it back out. Once that is complete, I then sew it onto the pre-existing sleeves on the t-shirt. And this is what it looks like. I cannot wait to take this to a con. It looks amazing. See you in the next part where I make the skirt.